Hey, this is Ainsley Connor submitting the Sweetest Science Project Challenge. My science project is a sugar burning experiment. My experiment will show how different types of sugar burn. Yes, I used fire, but don't worry, I was always supervised. Before we start the experiment, let's look back at some sweet history facts about sugar. Did you know most believe sugar cane was domesticated by the New Guinea people who chewed it raw in 8,000 BC? Sugar in the United States mostly comes from sugarcane production in Florida, Louisiana, Texas, and Hawaii. One more history fact. There are believed to be 61 types of sugars today. Well, that is enough about the history of sugar. Let's get to the experiment. Every good science project needs a hypothesis. I believe all the sugar will burn and not have much difference in their burning abilities. Now it's time to gather all the materials needed for the experiment. This experiment needs granulated sugar, powdered sugar, swerve sugar, light brown sugar, dark brown sugar, foil, baking soda, lighter fluid, cups, whisk, sand, and a lighter. Got it! Now it is time to get our sugar ready. First, get 5 cups, all your sugar, and a half-cup measuring cup. Put half cup of each sugar in its own cup. Now your sugar is ready. We chose half a cup and 2 tablespoons as our ingredients amounts. But as long as you get the ratio of 4 parts sugar and 1 part baking soda, you are good. Experiments always have math. Now we need to add the baking soda. So you will need baking soda, a tablespoon, and a whisk. Measure the baking soda for 2 tablespoons per type of sugar. And then whisk to mix both the sugar and baking soda so they are in one lumps.
Why are you mixing it up? There's no clumps. And you want to make sure that the baking soda
And the sugar, different types of sugar. Well, I didn't have bag sand, so I decided to go dig for some.
So the sand is wet. What are you doing?
Dumping it to
What?
dry.
Oh, so it'll dry. How's the sand feel?
Using foil, create a pie-shaped container for each type of sugar. Then layer each foil container with a thick layer of dry sand. Now it is time to pour in the sugar and baking soda on top of the layer of sand. You might be a little more careful about spilling than me, ha 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 ha. Now with adult supervision, I was told I had to say that. Squirt lighter fluid on each mixture. Now, for the pyromaniacs, let's light these on fire and see if all the sugars burn. Now for the results of this Does All Sugar Burn experiment. All results showed all sugar burned except for the artificial swerve sugar. But let's take a look at which one had the highest flame. Our fine granulated sugar definitely was the longest and highest flame. After many attempts, we couldn't even get the artificial swerve to catch on fire. Powdered sugar certainly is flammable and has a long flame almost as long as the granulated sugar. Dark brown sugar caught fire and the flame lasted a good while, although not as long as the light brown sugar. Conclusion: do all sugars burn differently? I believe this experiment showed yes, they do. Fine granulated sugar burns the best, but the others proved to be flammable as well. All sugars burn except our artificial swerve sugar. So I think it is safe to say if you have a kitchen fire, avoid sugar to put it out. Well, in my reading about sugar, it is used all around the world and is a major ingredient in most of the foods we eat today. So next time you pick up something to eat, check the label for sugar.